One of those lucky enough to be at home tonight is Chelsey Hughes. She was among dozens of people swept off the road by a mudslide Sunday night while driving on Highway 7 northeast of where we are in Abbotsford. I spoke to her earlier this evening from her home in Surrey, British Columbia. Chelsey, your story is so incredible. Tell us about the moment that mudslide hit your car.
Thank you. Yeah, it's hard to find the words to describe it. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Impossible about the family that gets taken out by the tsunami, but just the being thrown around. Luckily, I was in my car, but pushed through the earth by the earth. All I could hear was the sound of just the rocks and the trees sliding around me. Yeah, it was pretty unreal. I can still hear the initial hit against my car, and I was just in shock. And then all of a sudden it stopped moving. It must have lasted a number of seconds, but I don't remember any of it except for the sound that it made. And then all of a sudden it was done, and I was just in shock and afraid to move because I didn't know if I was injured. Eventually was able to, of course, make it onto the top of my car, where we did spend the majority of our time waiting for search and rescue.
I heard some people on the radio on Sunday night who were on that road who said they heard cars honking and people yelling for help. That could well have been you, among other people. How long did you have to wait on that cold night? There were no lights around, so very dark area. How long did you have to wait to get rescued?
Yeah, well, my car horn would not work. I tried it, but it was pretty beat up in the process. We were yelling pretty loudly. I did have a few comments on the Facebook post that I shared, people saying that they actually did see us. They were stuck between those slides and they could hear us yelling. So it was pretty surreal to be connected with people that were in that circumstance, just in a different perspective. But we were waiting on top of our cars in the cold rain for 5.5 hours before search and rescue came.
We have just less than a minute, but how does it feel to be back home?
It feels surreal. The whole time I was sitting on top of my car, I just remember saying to myself, I'm going to be at home snuggling with my cat in my bed before I know it. And then I was, and the whole process, being in the hospital, driving in home, getting out of Chilliwack in time before the flood started. I cannot believe how blessed I am through all of this, and I cannot be more grateful.
And speaking of grateful, we should shout out to the Agassiz Fire Department. We have just seconds left, but I guess they're the ones that actually came and got you, eh?
Yeah, the Agassiz Fire Department search and rescue team were just absolutely incredible, and definitely owe an immense amount of gratitude to them as well.
A dramatic story with a happy ending. We couldn't be more thrilled. Thanks for speaking with us.
Thank you so much.